Would you take 500,000 US dollars in cash, or would you have dinner with Jay-Z? I will repeat. Would you take 500,000 US dollars in cash, or have dinner with Jay-Z? Um, for those of you that know, Jay-Z has been my role model for a very long time, right? Before I kind of grew into myself and I realized that my uncles are my actual role models. I still love Jay-Z, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But this question has been going around for a very long time. It's, 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 it's for the past 5 years. I think it's been around for the past 6 years. People has been, everyone has been chiming in on whether if they are going on a dinner with Jay-Z or they are taking the 500,000 in cash. And yesterday Jay-Z came out and answered the question himself, right? He basically came out with an answer, which I didn't like, and that's why I'm online today. I, a lot of people. He basically gave the most basic of basic answers that you can ever give someone, right? And for a rich person, I didn't expect anything different. A lot of people are looking at this from a surface level, right? But I wish Jay-Z wouldn't have said anything. I honestly wish Jay-Z, first of all, wouldn't have said anything. Because then I wouldn't be here saying something, right? But Jay went ahead and gave the most basic of most basic answers. It's like telling the poor to just go be poor, right? If you look at the question and the answer that Jay gave, a lot of people are looking at it from a surface level. But forgive me, I'm looking at this from a very deep angle, right? Why didn't I like why Jay-Z said what he said? Why do I wish Jay-Z just wouldn't have even said anything about it? And he could have kept us guessing, right? Could have kept people guessing. But rather he chose to say something. So now we are here saying something. And I do not agree with what Jay-Z said. Although I know a lot of people are kind of saying the same thing. So Gil King asked Jay-Z, would you take the 500,000 in cash or dinner with me? And Jay-Z said, what am I saying? Take the cash. But now let me dive deep into this, right? Watch his body language. Or not even his body language. Let's go back into this. If you actually pay attention, right? This is how the rich operates. Jay-Z was basically just saying that, no, fuck you guys. I don't fuck with you guys. So I'm just going to give you this money so you get off my fucking back. I'll repeat what I'm saying. What I got from that video, right? You got to look at this video from a different perspective. And I know a lot of people have shallow perspectives, forgive me. But basically what Jay-Z is saying is, fuck you, I don't fuck with you, so I'm going to give you this money so you can get off my back. Now, why am I saying this? A lot of people, this is how the rich operates, right? A lot of rich folks, this is how they operate. They rather give you something so you can get off their back, give you a settlement so you can get off their back, rather than give you your connections. Now think about it, right? So many people are happy. I'm taking the 500,000 in cash. I'll be taking the 500,000 in cash. Now, let me break it to you. Let me break this down to you, right? Why I'd rather Jay-Z not said anything or just shut the fuck up, bro. That's my role model. But at the end of the day, I wish he wouldn't have said anything. What he said actually, if you know, like I said, if you look at things from a different perspective, you know what he said was on par to what Jeff Bezos would say. Jeff Bezos would say, and Elon Musk would say, Bill Gates would say. Go look at these rich folks, right? Normally they will give you the shallow answers, but they will not give you their connections, their blueprint. And that is exactly what the fuck Jay-Z is saying. To the poor, to the people that get easily excited, they were really excited about this. But now let me dive deep into this. The reason why I'm telling you that, in some cases, taking this money was bad, and also Jay-Z coming out to say this was actually kind of bad for him. So now, imagine, you know, me wanting to be a fashion designer, right? And then Jay-Z, I go to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z says, take the 500,000. Yes, I take the 500,000. I go build me a business, right? Now the business is competing with Louis Vuitton. It's competing with all these big brands. Do you know how much operating cost is? In less than a year, I might lose all the money that he gave me, right? So let's go back to what I said. Rich folks sometimes turn to be greedy, and this is why I didn't want Jay-Z to say anything, because from my point of view, what I saw was someone who was being a little bit greedy right there. His answer was basically, get the fuck off my back. I'd rather you go do it yourself, because guess what? This is Jay-Z that we are talking about, right? Jay-Z has a lot of contacts, a lot of people in his phone. So guess what? Imagine you said you don't want the money, you take the dinner with Jay-Z, right? You want to be a fashion designer. Oh, you want to be a fashion designer. Okay, I know Louis Vuitton. I know Virgil Abloh. What does it do? You get front row seats to Paris fashion show, New York fashion show. That gives you more stability, more money than this 500,000. Once again, remember what I told you. If you don't know how to use this 500,000, it's going to go away really quick. But this is Hov we are talking about. Jay-Z probably has every single important person contact, right? So imagine Jay-Z getting a dinner with Jay-Z, right? And him getting in touch with you with Versace. You walking the runways. Don't you think you get more money at the end of the day in the long run than the 500,000? He's just saying, just take it and go figure it out yourself. Or let's say you want to be in the music industry. You go to Jay-Z, right? Oh, dinner with Jay-Z. Oh, I know Guru. I know Lil Wayne. I have contact with Drake. I can put you on. Oh, you want a verse from Drake? Remember what I was saying. The connections were more important than what he was saying. And this is why I wish he wouldn't have said anything. Because guess what? Jay-Z would not give his friend 500,000. He would give his friend his connections. And this is what a lot of people are not looking out for. People were so excited about him saying the 500,000 in cash that they are kind of omitting. They are forgetting that Jay-Z has some of the crazy contacts in his phone. This dude has he has a connection with Roger Goodell. Name it, he has it. Kanye West. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? A shoe designer? Okay, here's Kanye. I can put you in touch with Kanye. Or you want to talk to Naomi? You want to talk to Beyonce? I got you with all the contacts. So this is why I wish Jay-Z wouldn't have said anything today. Because for the people that really know, Jay-Z was basically saying that, oh, you broke person, take this money and get the fuck off my back. That was all what I said. So for people to actually be happy, claiming that they are going to take this 500K and flip it. Like I said, imagine you wanted to be a fashion designer, right? Now, there's already this big time brands out there. You're competing with Fashion Nova. You're competing with Coast. You're competing with all these folks, right? You know the operating cost that is going to be. It's going to take you more than 500,000 in a year to run this business. And imagine coming out to compete with Versace, man. All these great brands, right? Louis Vuitton, like. Come on, dude. That money is not going to go anywhere. So what Jay-Z should have said is, it depends on the person. For some people, I'm going to open up my contacts. And some people, I'm going to give them money. He shouldn't have just straight up being like, take the cash, right? Take the cash was the greedy rich response. That is what I'm getting to, right? Now, it's like talking to Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You know these dudes have every single contact in the world. Would you rather have their connections, or would you rather take the money? Right? Now, if I break it down in that way, do you get where I'm going? If a dude wants to be in the music industry, Jay-Z has a contact with Guru. Jay-Z has a contact with probably every single record producer, right? So wouldn't you want him putting you on with the record producers, or probably getting you a verse from Drake, which is in the long run is going to make you more than the 500,000, than him saying that you take this 500,000 and go figure it out. That is the game plan of the rich. Get off my back and you go figure it out. So you fail at the end of the day. So yes, I love Jay. I love Hove, but I don't think he really thought through this today. His answer could have been, like I said, it depends on the person. That's all he could have said. Jay-Z could have just said, it depends on the person. Some of the people already have their connections, and they might need just little money to further their course. So I might give them the 500. Some people might need my connections. But it goes back to what I was saying. The rich folks are never going to open up their connections for you, right? So he was sitting there and saying that, no, fuck you guys. I don't fuck with you guys, so I'm not going to open up my connections to you. Remember, Jay-Z got Meek Mill out of jail. How do you think he did that? With his connections. Jay-Z paid for Lil Wayne's record label, right, for him to get out, the contract. How did he do that? He pulled some strings. Jay-Z's been pulling strings all year long for the past 5 years. So if you really sit back and think about this, right, that was the wrong answer. You can give the 500,000 to someone. For a person who doesn't know how to use it, or even they might know how to use it, like I said, but the competition out there is insane. The competition out there is, dude, you cannot be competing with Fashion Nova for 500,000. You cannot. The operating costs are too damn expensive. So yes, I do not agree with Jay. Jay should be giving out his connections instead. But like I said, if you really don't sit back and think about this really well and read the guy from the response today, you'll be incredibly excited about his 500K offer. But that was not the right response from Jay. And I wish Jay wouldn't have said anything, because it kind of showed, it kind of showed the greed, how some of the rich folks operate. Kind of sometimes they are very greedy. They rather keep their connections and than let you go figure it out. I'm not saying Jay-Z is greedy. He still does a lot for the community, but that answer was in line with what every greedy rich person would say. And that's actually the reason why I wanted to say this. He's rather saying that, oh, I'll give you this money, go figure it out. If you fail, you fail. Rather than him saying that, I'm going to put you on to Dame Dash. I'm going to put you on to other people that I know in the music industry. I'm going to put you on, I'm going to let you go sit right in front of the Paris Fashion Week. That gives you a long run of stability rather than this money, right? So, it's something for you guys to think about it. If you still want to take the 500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. Because if that was me, I'm taking the dinner with Jay-Z and I'm asking him for his contacts. If I want to be in the music industry, I'm telling Jay, hey, Jay, put me on with Guru. Put me on with some of the finest producers that produce your blueprint. All that kind of stuff. In the long run, that connection is going to be forever. Get me to talk with Kanye West. So in the long run, like I said, think about it really well. Are you still thinking of taking the 500,000 or being backed by Jay-Z? Because if you sit and have a talk with Jay-Z and Jay-Z signs you to his record label, right? It goes farther, right? Than him just saying, take the 500,000, go figure it out. Look, what if your albums fail? But imagine being on the record label with Jay-Z, or Jay-Z being a co-producer on your album. It goes a long mile. So yeah, I want you guys to think about this really well, man. And I like that everybody's chiming in, but please do not look at the surface. There's a lot of things behind this, and I wish Jay wouldn't have said anything today. I honestly wish Jay wouldn't have said anything today. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys still think. If you guys are still willing to take the 500,000 or like I said, the dinner with Jay-Z. Because the dinner is, in actual terms, the dinner is the connections. You know, but Jay-Z basically what he was saying is, I don't fuck with you guys, so I am not gonna open up my connections to you. If you really think about what he was really saying, he did open it up to Meek Mill, right? He got Meek Mill out of jail. That's the point that I'm saying. That's the connection part that I'm saying. If Jay-Z really like you, if you are his friend, he's gonna give you his connections, right? So think about it, man. A word to the wise is enough.